You've been waiting on God for an answer. You've been waiting on God for an answer. You're like, God, where are you? God, what should I do? God, what move do I make? God, I need to do this. God, I need this. God knows. And God is with you. And God has an answer for you in Hebrews 11, faith in action. Verse 1, now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what is visible. By faith, Abel brought God a better offering than Cain did. By faith, he was commended as righteous when God spoke well of his offerings. And by faith, Abel still speaks even though he is dead. By faith, Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found because God had taken him away. For he was taken and he was commended as the one who pleased God. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. By faith, Noah was warned about things not yet seen. In holy fear, he built an ark to save his family. By his faith, he condemned the world and became the heir of the righteousness that is keeping with faith. By faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. By faith, he made his home in the promised land, like a stranger in a foreign country. He lived in tents, as did Isaac and Jacob, who were heirs to him with the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. And by faith, even Sarah, who was past childbearing age, was enabled to bear children because she considered him faithful who had made the promise. And so from this one man, and he is as good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as countless as the sand on the seashore. All these people were still living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised. They only saw them and welcomed them from a distance. Admitting that they were foreigners and strangers on earth. People who say such things show that they are looking for a country of their own. If they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had the opportunity to return. Instead, they were longing for a better country, a heavenly one. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them. By faith, Abraham, when God tested him, offered Isaac as a sacrifice. He who had embraced the promises was about to sacrifice his one and only son, even though God had said to him, "It is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned." Abraham reasoned that God could even raise the dead, and so, in a manner of speaking, he did receive Isaac back from death. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau in regard to their future. By faith, Jacob, when he was dying, blessed each of Joseph's sons and worshipped as he leaned on the top of his staff. By faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt and gave instructions concerning the burial of the bones. So this goes on for a good amount. And I recommend you read Hebrews 11. Because that is exactly how we're supposed to live. God is giving us countless examples of when faith was what got them through the season of waiting, or what ifs, or how is it going to happen, or when is it going to happen, or where is it going to happen. That is what happens, is when we have the certainty in the kingdom, because our identity is not in the world and how the world works. Our identity is in Jesus Christ, and knowing that we are made new and that we are direct descendants of the Most High, and that our inheritance is heavenly. So as we are in the waiting, even just for our eternal life, we have to walk in authority as being direct descendants of God. So how would somebody that's a direct descendant of God be walking this earth? In shame and anxiety and stress and fear and what ifs? No, they would be walking in certainty, knowing that God is going to come through always and forever. He's always going to come through. He's always going to make a way. He's always going to show you the path. You just have to trust and have faith. And faith is purity, because when we are in fear and anxiety and stress and negativity, faith is impure. Or there's no faith. So we're in impure emotions. We're choosing what is impure. All of that stuff was created by the fallen to manipulate us so that we don't live in God's divine design, which is faith and certainty. So walk into certainty, and how you're walking in certainty is through making every thought obedient to Christ. And when you feel like, when is it going to happen? I don't know, God, where is it? Where is it? Remember Hebrews 11. Go read Hebrews 11. Every single time you doubt your faith, every single time you're doubting God, every single time you're like, God, where are you? Go read Hebrews 11, because we're seeing, 10, 15, 20 people, 20 examples of all of this. Wow. That's why this living, breathing word, our Bibles are our blueprints, and will free us from all of this fallen world